There's noise. It's not just off-season chatter. It's more like static with rhythm. Something's off, and it's not the kind of thing you patch with a flashy trade or a clever tweet from the team account. It's deeper. It lingers. And you feel it, right? We're staring down the barrel of the draft. Yet somehow the attention has shifted to who might be packing their bags. Tyreek Hill. Jalen Ramsey. Not whispers anymore. Full-volume murmurs refusing to fade. Official lines say no trades. Just rumors. Don't worry. But it smells like something's burning behind closed doors, and when that much smoke collects, you start wondering what's being set ablaze. So here we are, squinting into the off-season haze, trying to figure out what the hell is actually going on. Is this a reset? A teardown disguised as routine business? Is this a test of who's really in charge? Let's start with Hill. No, he hasn't asked to be traded. No, the team hasn't officially put him on the block. But go ahead, look me in the eye and say it doesn't feel like that relationship is shifting. He's still elite, still explosive. But the fit? Suddenly not so clean. Why now? Why this offseason, when you're supposed to be locking in the final pieces? What changed? And then there's Ramsey. This one cuts different. A name like that doesn't just explore trades unless there's already something fractured. You don't float the idea unless someone, somewhere, wants out. So was it him? Was it Greer? Was it both realizing the experiment never really gelled? We may never get the answer. What we get instead is silence and shrugging and vague talk of roster flexibility. Fans aren't dumb. They see the signs. They hear the tone in press conferences. There's tension, uncertainty. A team that entered last season with swagger now walks like it's second-guessing every step. One question keeps echoing. What exactly is the plan here? Look around the league. The smart teams show their cards, maybe not all at once, but you can sense direction. With Miami, it's all mixed signals. Push for the playoffs? Rebuild through the trenches? Run it back? Burn it down? The truth is, it looks like they don't know. Not really. It's not just the roster moves. It's the energy. It's how Greer stands at the podium. How McDaniel answers questions, with that smile that suddenly feels a little thinner than last year. Is the locker room quiet because everyone's focused? Or is it quiet because the leaders are gone and nobody stepped in? Let's talk about leadership. Who's left? Who commands that room? Because if it's not Hill, and it's not Ramsey, and Xavier's not the guy anymore, then who's talking when the doors close and things get real? Tua? Maybe. But it hasn't felt like that. Not yet. And speaking of Tua, where does he land in all this? Trade talk always circles back to the QB eventually. There's that itch some folks can't shake. That idea that maybe, just maybe, it's time to move on. That if you're going to rebuild, you start with the quarterback. But not everyone agrees. Some still believe in him. Some think the problem isn't under center, it's above it. The front office, the culture, the invisible pieces that make a team tick or fall apart. Take David from Palm Beach County. He's already made peace with what's coming. Wants to ship out Hill and Ramsey now. Trade Tua at the deadline. Go young. Let Wilson ride it out and see what's there. Not a popular opinion, but it's not crazy. Especially if you're looking 2-3 years down the line and thinking about building something from scratch. Others? More blunt. No finesse. Just raw frustration. Stupid owner. Terrible GM. Not trying to win the argument. Just done with the excuses. And honestly, who can blame them? You've got folks like Dolphster painting a pretty bleak picture. Front office without a vision. Coach who gets along with the guys, but doesn't demand discipline. Divas soaking up the spotlight, but poisoning the team from the inside. That's not just a critique, it's a warning. It's the kind of thing that, if left unchecked, leads to lost seasons and empty stadiums. And yet, some are calm. Or maybe just numb. One less diva, says Yargonaut. No big deal. Draft a corner, then grab another. This was always going to be a defensive draft anyway, right? Just stick to the script. Like nothing ever happened. But others feel that leadership void like a punch to the chest. PHINS fan sees it in sharp terms. Greer doesn't inspire. McDaniel doesn't command. And with your locker room leaders walking out the door, what do you have left? Ramsey was only Ramsey for one game, he says. Not good enough. The GM? still waiting to be convinced, not holding his breath. And just when you think the emotions couldn't be more all over the place, someone like Alligator comes in with that draft day hope, wants to trade down, wants Donovan Jackson, thinks he fits the offense, brings versatility, and for the love of all things football, doesn't want to see Ike starting at guard again. Fair.